Welcome back to GilComPlex on the road. Sorry, I'm distracted. The moon is looking beautiful up there, and you probably can't see it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Look at there. Now, look at that. I love seeing the moon when it's out during the daytime. So anyway, hi, it's Tony. Larry's not here. He's actually up in Minnesota. He's been there for a little bit over a week, and he comes back on Tuesday. And so it's just me. And I went over to a dealership nearby and checked out the Alliance Paradigm 388 SP. If you watched the video a couple weeks ago, we were at the Tampa RV Fall show, and we were in the 388 SP. And we took some friends to see some Brinkleys and some Alliances. And I showed her a little bit around, but we didn't do a lot to it. So this time I went through a full walkthrough of that new floor plan, and it's great because it's the first Paradigm with a side patio. So stay tuned for that right after this.
Raise a toast to the moments that we share with our fluffy co-pilots. Love fills the air, from quirky roadside stops to the view so grand. Life's better together, hand in hand, oh man.
Here she is, the 388 SP with the first side patio offered for the Paradigm. Let's take a look on the inside. The Paradigm line comes with our MORryde step above and the safety rail from MORryde as well, which are wonderful. If you haven't seen these, they just go up and in, and that's it. Stored easy. These steps, being a fan of them, are easy as well. You can just lift them basically with one finger, and it comes right up. Super easy. They don't fall on your head, so really nice, super easy to use. We love them. Okay, let's see. So this is on the inside. We were in here at the Florida State Fairgrounds for the Fall RV show, but everybody was around, so it was really loud. So except for maybe you can hear the outside noise, otherwise it's a lot quieter. So this is the inside of the 388 SP. This is the living area, which is really nice. It has a lot of the ideas from several of the Paradigm line, such as the TV here with the hidden pantry behind. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And then over in this area, you're going to see the living area. So you have both a 3-seater fold out, and then over here is the 2-seater recliner. Because of the space of the area, you're only getting a 2-seater. There's no center console that folds down to give you a little bit more space, but they are power recliners in this one. And of course, here at the 3-seater that you see, they have end tables and cup holders that fold out, and that's true on all of these. So you have cup holders. So you may not have a center component, but you do have cup holders that come through. And if you're seeing the lights going in and out, that must just be a bad connection here for the rig. I don't know. It's all blinky. So, okay. So let's take a look at what I love about this rig, which is the kitchen. Okay, so this is the other side of the kitchen. So you have a better angle of it. You could see it, but you couldn't see these cabinets. So your sink, a nice big sink here. It's been winterized here. You have some cabinet space underneath. You do have space. That's loud. The keys are in here for like soap sponge. If you have like if you have scrub daddies or whatever, you do have some storage underneath. That's here as well, which is great. And then more shelves, but these aren't super deep, and there's a reason for it, which we will see when we go outside on that, which is the side patio, which a lot of people are excited about. Continuing with that, because there's an outdoor kitchen, which you saw at the start of the video, this area here is the outdoor kitchen. So when it slides into place, the cabinet doors are here. So you can access things that you have on the outside as well as the inside. So in the cabinet, maybe you're not using your side patio, you can store whatever it is that's there is accessible outside when you're using the patio, or slide it in, you can get it to here. So it's good, right? Then you have your cabinets up here. This is a two-way cabinet that is accessible from the living room as well. So it's a nice little pass-through. And then you have a small, not very deep cabinet here. I would probably, if I was going to use that, because it's kind of hard to get to from here, you have to be relatively tall to do it, is maybe put shelves in here and put spices there, right? So that might be something you could do. What else would you put in here? Give me a comment in below and tell me what you would put here in this cabinet, in those top shelves. This is a full-size cabinet, so you definitely do have space for all your other stuff that don't go into your two pantries that you have. That can go up here. So good storage in this space. Speaking of which, here's a TV. I don't know if it's going to work. They have power, but I don't know if they have how much power they have. Oh, it does. Look, there we go. So this TV is retractable and it's accessible. It doesn't turn. So the benefit of this TV only really is from the outside. So if that's your thing, awesome, right? You can watch football, sports, you can watch Wicked, the musical, from the outside if you want to, whatever those things are. And you can do it from the outside. And then it takes a little bit to retract up, but it goes all the way up, which is why you don't have space in this cabinet, because the TV is actually there, right? So, okay, what's cool about this as well is you have a few options. The glass is closed right now for this, but you can open it up so you have this nice pass-through in this area. But if it's a really sunny day and you have the sun coming in from this side of the rig, you have these blackouts, right? So you have the glass that already shuts, and then you have these blackouts that will help with, and on the other side, you'll see it is reflective. So it absorbs the heat, or reflects the heat rather, to keep this area being really hot on those days. So pretty cool. Here's that coffee bar area that I talked about, and the Starlink prep, which is right there, here. And then you do have an outlet here. So for us, our coffee maker goes here and we plug it in there. This is a tap light. Kind of weird. I kind of expect more than just a tap light in this level of a rig. And then this is a nice little area where you have a USB and a USB-C here. So you could like plug in your phones, your iPad, and just sit them right here. As I mentioned earlier, these are cabinet, good storage space for you. All your controls are here that you have for Alliance. They like to do these with actual buttons. This is, you have the option of an onboard generator. So if you have that installed when you take an order of it, or you want to do it later, you can start it from right here. And then this, oh yeah, I forgot about that. This is your ceiling fan, because in the 26 models, they now come with a ceiling fan. Look at that. I wish we had this. There's more storage up here above the couch that folds out into a bed. And then of course, this is your television with a JBL sound system and a fireplace, which is great. Both of those end tables, see here, have plugs as well as USB outlets as well. And then here is your pantry. There's a handle here and a foot pedal here, right there. And it opens up. We have this in our rig. It's exactly the same. We love it. This is perfect for your stick vac and your mops. There's a plug here so you can plug in your cordless vacs. And then a lot of good storage here. And then we put paper towels. This is the perfect height for paper towels because it does go down a little bit here. So we line up our paper towels here that we need, as well as toilet paper. And then this, because it's not too deep, you could also use this as a spice rack. But again, that's a lot of spices, depending on what you're going to use. But spice racks can go here. I was just watching another channel where they were talking about putting shelves here so they could do like a whole wall of spices. Those that are really go crazy with their grilling. So that's a good idea too. Right. One thing that Alliance is known for is their slides are really tall. So it's great. You don't have to duck or anything like that. I'm 6'1", and like if I turn this around, so I'm 6'1", without hair, maybe I'm only 6 feet now. So I still have quite a bit of space. So those that are pushing the 6'5", etc., still don't have to have any worries. And that's true for all the slides. Even this one here, see, same thing. So good height, mentioned about it. It's good storage over here. Lots of storage in the Paradigms. I Love that. This is the dinette when it's turned facing the off campsite and having just the 2 chairs here if you want. And this works as a desk. Like I mentioned, I use this as a desk in our 310. It's on the opposite side, but it works perfectly for a desk. Or if you just want to sit side by side looking out and having dinner, it works really well. It gives you a little bit more room here if you do turn the tabletop that way. All right, so fridge, as we've talked about, is a 12-volt fridge. It's very big, and I love this because the fridge is French doors. It's on, it's cold. And it's got a double freezer section here with an ice maker if you want to hook it up. So we use this. This is great. In fact, we have our dogs with us. It's deeper under here, but it's all taped up. We put our dog food, we use Farmer's Dog, and it all gets lined up here. Then we have space for other stuff underneath and more stuff here. So good amount of storage. We're part-timers, so we never use all of this space. Even when we were on a trip for 3.5 weeks, we never had to use all the space in the fridge. So it was really nice. All right, let's go outside. Now take a look here. This is the outdoor kitchen. So this flips up. Let me go back here. This flips up when you have the side patio down. This is laying down. You can flip this up so it creates a counter, or you can leave it down. There is a JBL speaker here. So you have outdoor speakers and a plug. And if you look here, there's a fridge. So you have it for wine, sodas, beer, whatever you want here. But note, you can only get to it if you lift this up. So this does have to be in the counter position for you to get to it. And then this is the outdoor kitchen I mentioned. And when I was inside the kitchen, I said those cabinets are accessible when it's slid in, right? So those you can use for inside and out for the kitchen. All right, so that's what you can see. There's the actual thing. I think for me, one of the things I'm maybe not a huge fan about is that this is actually really low. I'm, like I said, 6'1", and I'd have to bend over to use this. So maybe in a future thing they could do is put a lift in it where once it's out, you can like lift it up and get maybe into like a normal counter height for usability. Otherwise, my back will probably be killing me after using it too long. Okay. Hi. All right. And this is the glass door that opens up. See, just opens up. Now you have the inside and out, which is really great on those days. You do have your JBL speakers here and there, which are accessible from that. And there's the TV. So if you are outside, you can either have your chairs down there, maybe out here looking up at the TV, or you could be here and watching the TV, maybe the game while you're cooking, or just kind of hanging out. Now, this isn't deep. This isn't like on a toy hauler that you have like an 8-foot patio. So this is, I think 4 feet, right? So you can put 2 chairs out here. And if this is down, probably a lot more room, but you could have 2 camping chairs sitting right here with a table in between and just looking out on your campsite. It'd be beautiful. Also notice this glass also has the blackout. So if you had a lot of light or you just wanted to break that up, but it also, when you think about it, is when this comes up, you can have that closed when it's up against your rig, right? So that's another thing to think about. But it's really great. I like this patio. It's for me, I also like it because sometimes you're in campgrounds that don't have a huge amount of space in between rigs, kind of like this. So if you had one of those big toy hauler side patios, you probably wouldn't be able to put it down when you have a rig that close to you, right? So that's something to think about. Let me put this back down and we'll continue. All right, coming up the stairs, this is kind of a standard front end of the new 26 paradigms. This is very much like the inside of a 310 when you get to this point. Single sink with a solid surface. You have drawers and a cabinet underneath your sink. Your toilet, which is a porcelain soft close seat and lid. You have some storage in here. Right? That goes perfect. I'll tell you what we do. We stack our extra toilet paper right here. So it's nice and easy to get to. And here's the shower. The one-piece shower that they offer in a lot of their 25 and 26s, nice. It's got a teak seat there that flips up. I use that all the time for washing my feet, etc. And then this is new. You'll see these in Brinkley's, etc. So you have this multi shower system with the rain shower as well as a wand, which is really great. I love it. And a really deep medicine cabinet, and it's large, so good amount of space there too. Let's come on into the bedroom. So this is new for 26, this whole closet system here. This is the same. So this is a king size, an RV king here that you have with this headboard and two small nightstands. If you do the queen, the RV queen, your nightstands are a little bigger. They both, on both sides, have USB charging on both sides, USB, USB-C, and you have these lights above yours. So if one person is reading at night and the other one is sleeping, it's really nice. Your temperature controls are right here. And then you have your dresser here. So 6 drawers plus shoe storage below. That's where we put all of our shoes. And then you have your hidden storage. It's not so hidden. It's not like a secret hidden storage because we talk about it and there's a dang sign that telling you, look inside. So it's not like it's a secret. Your blinds here that you have for the bedroom. And then in the Paradigms, it comes pre-installed with a TV for you. So that's a smart TV as well. These blinds have your down balances as well for privacy, and then your blackouts that are in here. And then this is what's new. So in the 26s, they have now split the closet. So you have a place for a stackable washer and dryer if that's your thing, or you just have more closet space that you can use, which is really nice. This is just a vertical storage for other things that you can do. So you can put, you know, additional items, towels, etc. that you need in this area. And then your closet itself, and I like this. So you have these glass doors. I'm not a fan of the glass doors, but I like the new closet. So the closet has drawers all around and solid surface space for things for your closet as well. Storage where you can put some baskets if you need to, right? There's a plug if you need for stuff. And then in the old ones, the hanging bar is right here. So that would like cover up, but now it's up here. So you can hang your clothes and still have total access into these drawers underneath. I like that. It's a good upgrade for this rig. So I'm happy about that. At first I wasn't sure, but it's grown on me. So I'm happy about it. Okay. I realize this is the rig that was at the Tampa RV show because there's a Tampa RV show catalog right there. All right. So we were in this unit. Other than that, these are just your controls that you have for your air condition and your vent fans. You have one there, one in the bathroom, right? Your ACs and the Paradigms, you get 3. I didn't mention it. These are Coleman's. In the Alliance and Delta, they're using the chill cubes from Furrion. So you have 2 in the living area and 1 in the bedroom. And the one in the bedroom has RV airflow also integrated into it. And then you have a vent fan in your bathroom. So good stuff. All right, we're back outside. So again, this is the 388 SP Paradigm from Alliance RV. And we're on the campsite now. So again, here's the patio that we were out on. You'll see it's a little bit of a smoked glass as well, which is really kind of nice. And you'll see it here all the way down to the outdoor kitchen. And then this is the push out where the recliners are. You have an outdoor plug here. So if maybe you have an electric grill or a smoker or something that uses electricity, you got that. Or if you need to plug something in for your campsite, great, it's right there, okay? Let's turn this around and look underneath too. I'm sure you've heard about it by now, but with the Paradigms, they have switched up in 25, they moved to the Kurt touring suspension. You'll see them right there. And so it's a step up from the standard suspension that you've had on these rigs. It's not independent suspension, but it does give you probably about a 50% upgrade from the standard suspension. So a lot better. We have it and we love it. We are very impressed by this. I mean, of course we'd love independent suspension, but we didn't want to pay for it for the build. So we decided not to do it, and we're happy with what we have. So it's been great. Your tires are H-rated tires. These are Cooper Works here. They are 215/75 R17.5. And what's really cool, if you like the little details, Alliance emblems on the tires, pretty cool. This is a 6-point hydraulic on these rigs as well. There's the stuff about Kurt. There's a little QR code. These are also TPMS prepped for the 26s, which is really nice. And here's more information, but you can go to this QR code, just point your camera to it and cover that one up when you do. And you'll get all the information about the Kurt touring suspension. Also, we'll see it in the front is the coil spring pin box, which is also by Kurt. That's the Helix one. We'll see it here in a minute. Coming back around, you have your ladder for out back. These are rated to 300. Sometimes you'll get the ones that are only 250 pounds. These are rated to 300 pounds, which is great. And then back on the Alliance, you have your hitch on the back for your electric bikes or your regular bikes. If you haven't seen the Paradigms recently, it's great. They have this raised logo that you'll see, both the Alliance logo as well as the Paradigm. The outside is great because you have this large, massive slide here. And this slide, I can't go too close, but it's the refrigerator. If you remember from the video on the inside, the refrigerator, the stove with the microwave, that's the dinette, and then the TV with the hidden pantries back here. So massive slide here. On this side, you're going to see the water heater, etc. that we have, your plug, and your storage. I love the pass-through. It's really large. You can get several, at least 2 tubs stacked on each other, side by side. So you can get quite a bit of storage in here. If you decide to do a Moride tray, it's going to take up some room, but it still has some good access points here. Nice floor with it. And then you have your access behind your Nautilus is here. So this is the new Nautilus system. They have all of these connects here, but you have the connects underneath each sink, and all that is inside the rig, but you also have these points here for you as well. Your connections to city water and tank. For dry camping, you can just turn the lever for tank filling or dry camping. You got your spray ports for your outdoor stuff. And then they now have the Blue Tech, the single filter for the purifying of your water, which is great. We have a 3-system Blue Tech that we love. So for us, we'll have that and this. Not sure if we just don't use this and bypass it. Not totally sure if we ever upgrade. Then you have your for your connections for cable and satellite, your drains for your black tanks. So you have your gray tank number 2, and your black tank for this one. If you have 2 black tanks, like on a toy hauler or a room that's got a rig that's got 2 bathrooms, you'd have a second one here, unless they both go into the same flush area. You got a light, you got plugs here, really nice. And then back behind here is the Chaos, right? And there is some sense to it, I'm sure, but this is the back. That scares us because we don't know enough about this. And there's your pump there that you have, and then a lot of this back area. One day we're going to get back there because I'm sure we're going to have to fix stuff on our own, but it's kind of cool to see the back side of it. But it does make me wonder, could we push this wall back? I mean, there's plumbing there. I don't know. Makes me wonder. So we'll see. And that side, I'm not going to go to that side, but this one, you have your slides on that side, so you can pull your slides out. There's your other port for, looks like for Starlink. And again, you have your cable, hookups, all that stuff there, and some plugs, which is that's the campsite if you wanted to. Closing this up. Your rig's going to come with 2 30-pound propane tanks, but the space allows you to go up to a 40-pound. So you could take it and upgrade to it if you wanted. And you have one on this side as well as the campsite, and then there's your dial to tell you which one you're using, right? So like this one's not hooked up, but it's pointing to this line, which means this line would hook to this tank. So, and then if you needed to switch the other one, this would switch around. Now it's pointing to that line, which goes up and over to the campsite, and that tells you which one you're using, right? And then of course, the red is the indicator that it's out. There's no gas, or no propane. Okay. Controls for leveling, and then your front storage that you have. And it's a good amount of storage in here. I mean, I like it. So you have a lot here. These are your battery and your solar turnoffs. There's your charge controller for the solar, because I think there's a 400-watt panel on the roof for you. Good amount of storage here. We put our camping chairs and some of our tools in this one. It looks just like ours on our 310. This is where your battery goes. So if you're going to upgrade, you come in, you know, with a battery, acid battery, but we upgraded to a lithium. But if you wanted multiple batteries, you have a lot of room where you could stack some batteries in here as well. So that's nice. And this is where you would go for your generator if you had a generator. Finally, this is the, as I mentioned, the Kurt Helix, your pin box, which is nice. You do have two nice awnings on the camp side, both here as well as over. This one's really big because it goes over your side patio and your slide out, but then your slide out has a topper on it as well. So I guess this one, it's an option usually, so maybe they ordered it with the slide topper, so which is a good thing. Some people love them, some people don't. But even if you didn't, one of the things that Alliance does is it comes set, so if you wanted to add slide toppers, it's an easy add-on to do it. And that's it. That is the Paradigm 388 SP. Well, thanks for hanging out, and if you watched the entire video and you stayed through to the end, we appreciate it. We really do appreciate everybody that has subscribed to our channel over the last 2 years. We're coming up to our 2-year anniversary of having this channel and being RVers. So we appreciate everybody who stays up with us and follows along and takes the time, especially those that are here now. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel and click that little notification button or bell, and you can get notified every time we put up a video. But of course, like, comment, all that wonderful stuff. And if you have friends and family that are interested in RVing and would be interested in a perspective of two guys that had no idea what the heck they were doing when we started, and we still don't, tell them about our channel. We'd appreciate it. Stay tuned for more. We're on kind of a bi-weekly schedule right now because we're not traveling much, but we do have a nice trip coming up at the end of December. So we probably won't have that video ready until January, but stay tuned for that because we're excited about that trip. Thanks again. See you later.
GilComPlex on the road, chasing sunset.